like to explain Bayes rule. Uh, Bayes rule is a most important rule in probability theory and statistics, especially in Bayesian statistic and Bayesian inference. So, in this video, I would like to explain a brief overview of probability, that what is probability basically, and why we compute probability, and why we need to compute a probability. And then uh, we'll tell you brief about conditional probability and its relation with Bayes rule, and a brief history about Bayes rule. And then we will describe the Bayes theorem, and the Bayes theorem proof will be also will be discussed. And two box problem will be solved using the Bayes theorem, and the COVID-19 diagnostic testing related problem will also be discussed in this video. So please keep watching till the end to get a complete idea about what is Bayes theorem, and how Bayes theorem works, and why we use Bayes theorem in our daily life applications. So we start with the definition of probability. What is the probability? Basically, the probability is the mere or quantification of uncertainty. As the human life is itself uncertain, and we don't know what happened to us uh, uh, after this moment as we are living. Our lives are also uncertain, and we don't know when our lives left us. So most of the real life or real world events occur without knowing prayer uh, knowledge, or without having prior knowledge about them. So these events are, we can say, the random experiments, as the random experiment is a term used in statistics to describe that certain events occur without knowing or without having any prediction about them prior to their conduction. So probability quantifies or assigns a real number to the chance of uncertainty, or chance of occurrence of some events which we are uncertain about them. And the probability lies always between 0 and 1. 0 means the probability there is no chance of occurrence of an event, and 1 showing there is a sure chance, or there is a 100% chance of occurrence of that event. For example, if we take the example of throwing a six-sided die, then we don't know which face will occur, or which face show on the upside of the die. So here probability quantifies this as 1 by 6, assigning 1 by 6 number, a number with 1 by 6 for each phase. We have a chance of occurrence of 1 by 6 chance of occurrence of 1, and 1 by 6 chance of 3, and 1 by 6 chance of 6, and so on. So here in this case, we when we throw a die, we don't know what number will show on the upper face of the die. So we use probability to quantify this uncertainty in such cases. Probability basically can be defined in many ways. Like we have four different variants of definition of probability. One is the classical probability, and the second is relative frequency approach, and the third is axiomatic definition of probability, and the fourth is Bayesian probability. So in this lecture our focus is on Bayesian probability and the Bayes theorem. So before going to the Bayes theorem, we should know what is a conditional probability. Basically, a conditional probability is the probability of an event uh, given that another event has already occurred. If the event of interest is A and the event B is known or assumed to have occurred, then the conditional probability of A given B, or the probability of A under the condition B, is usually written as A given B. For example, if we have uh, a box and we select one ball from it, and we know the selected ball is red, and we are going to select the second ball. So the occurrence of first ball, if we select the balls without a placement, then the occurrence of first ball depends, this occurrence of second ball or the selection of second ball depends on the selection of first ball. This is the example of Bayes theorem, where the occurrence of one event affects the occurrence of another event. If the events occurrence of one event does not affect the occurrence of second event, then the events two events are said to be independent events. So in case of dependent events, we can find the conditional probability, knowing that one event is already has already occurred, and we are going to find the probability of the next event. So the conditional probability A given that B has already occurred can be written in terms of a joint probability. This is the probability of occurrence of A and B simultaneously, and the marginal probability of event B. So this is the conditional probability or conditional law. And how we can relate the conditional probability to the Bayes theorem or Bayes rule. So we can write two types of conditional probability. One conditional probability A given B, and the second the reverse conditional probability B given A. So the both types of conditional probabilities can be written in terms of the joint probability, and one depends on the probability of B and the other depends on the probability of A. If we find the probability of joint probability of A intersection B from this equation as this, the in term of the marginal probability and the conditional probability, and put this result in first equation instead of probability of A intersection B, we get the conditional probability in terms of the reverse conditional probability and the two marginal probabilities and the ratio of two marginal probabilities. So this is the main concern of Bayes theorem, where we find the conditional probability based on the reverse conditional probability. So this gives birth to the Bayes rule, and Bayes rule basically uh, uh, can be used to find the conditional probability or to update our prior belief when we have already information about some occurrence of some event, and we want to update our prior belief about a hypothesis or about a parameter, occurrence of a parameter, then we use the Bayes theorem. So if we know the conditional probability of B given A, then we can find conditional probability A given B, which is the main concern of Bayes theorem. So before describing the Bayes theorem, we discussed the history of Bayes theorem. Basically, Thomas Bayes was an English Presbyterian minister, also known as mathematician for his great contribution on mathematical statistics. It is not known how and why he spent a lot of time on probability theory. His most important work nowadays, known as the Bayes theorem, was made public after his death by his friend Richard Price in 1763, who sent Bayes' works to the Royal Society accompanied with the following words. This is the letter of Mr. Bass communicated by Mr. Price after his death to John Kenton Royal Society. And this is basically his proposal or his main contribution to the literature of statistics as the Bayes rule. And this most important topic was made public after his death. So, what are the important aspects of Bayes rule? We need to know these things before going to the and before going to discussing the Bayes rule in more detail. So, the Bayes rule basically shows the relationship between one conditional probability and its inverse, as we already discussed, and it provides a mathematical rule for revising an estimate or forecast in light of experience and observation. Bayes rule allows us to update predicted probabilities of an event by incorporating new information. It is often employed for risk assessment in medical studies and business studies. Nowadays, it is also used in machine learning problems like regression and classification problems to update or to estimate the posterior distribution of the parameters of regression model or regression equation. Now we come to the our main problem, which is what is the Bayes rule itself. Bayes theorem, alternatively Bayes law or Bayes rule, describes the probability of an event given a certain condition on the mm, sample space. For example, we have a hypothesis which is described as A, and we have an evidence B. This is the probability of evidence given a hypothesis. As we have a hypothesis, we have a population and we have a data or evidence from that population. So this is basically the probability of occurrence of that population if uh, of the data if the hypothesis A was true, and this is the probability of hypothesis, and this is the total probability of evidence, and we need to update the probability a probability of hypothesis given that the data is available. This is the main concern of Bayes rule. As we are updating the information or the probability of occurrence of the hypothesis, we are updating our belief about the hypothesis on the using the additional information we have in the data. So for example, we have two events A1 and A2. These two events are mutually exclusive and mutually exhaustive, as they collectively are their union forms the sample space. And there exists another event B, and the event B has some common points with the event A1 and some common points with event A2. This is shown in this diagram, as this part of the B has share with the event A1 A2, and this part has a share with event A1. So event B can be written as two parts are in terms of two mutually exclusive event A1 intersection B and event A2 intersection B. And then applying the probability on B, we get the probability of B as probability of A1 intersection B plus probability of A2 intersection B. As the two events are mutually exclusive, their intersection will be, and the probability of their intersection will be 0. And we can again use the law of conditional probability, that probability of A1 and B can be written as probability of A1 into probability of B given A1, and probability of A2 intersection B can also be written as the probability of A2 and steric probability of B given A2. And the probability of B can be converted to the conditional probabilities and the individual probabilities of A1 and A2. This is called the total probability of occurring the event B. Again, using the law of conditional probability on A1 given B or A2 given B, we get the following equation, and we have written it in term of AI as I is equal to 1 2. There might be k events, k mutually exclusive event instead of two mutually exclusive events A1 and A2. Then we can write for ith event, given that the data or the evidence B is available in term of the uh, their individual probabilities and the reverse conditional probability, and this is basically the probability of evidence, probability of B. We can write this. Now we discuss an example of two boxes containing three red and two white ball. Box 1 contains three red and two white balls, and box 2 contains one red and two white balls. A box is selected at random and a ball is drawn from it. We need to find the probability of getting a red ball, and the second question we are asked to find the probability that the box 2 was selected given that the drawn ball is red. As here we are going in opposite direction, we have an evidence that the ball is red, and we are going to update the probability of selection of box 2 in this case. This is the main application of Bayes theorem. So we start with the whiteboard. We have two boxes, box 1 and box 2. Box 1 has three red and two white balls, and box 2 has one red and two white balls. So probability of selecting a box at random if the two boxes are identical can be written as probability of box 1 is equal to probability of box 2, selecting box 2, is equal to 1/2, as the two events are identical, as the two boxes are identical, and their occurrence will be, their probability of their occurrence will be same. And we can now find probability of selecting a red ball from box 1. There are total 5 balls in box 1, and there are 3 red ball. Then the probability of selecting a red ball from box 1 is 3/5, and probability of selecting a red ball from box 2 is 1/3. So these two are the reverse conditional probabilities, and we need to find first the probability of selecting a red ball. So we have two choices. One, we may select the first box, then we need to find probability of box 1, and then selecting the red ball from box 1. Or we might select the box 2 and probability of selecting a red ball from box 2. So using the values 1/2 and 3/5 plus 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. So we have 3 by 10 plus 1 by 6. I think we get 0.3 plus 1 divided by 6, 46.6, 46.7% chance of getting a red ball from the two boxes. Now we will find the probability of B2 given that the red ball was selected. This is basically the conditional probability or the posterior probability of selecting box 2 given that the red ball is drawn. So we will use the Bayes theorem, which gives probability of box 2 into probability of box red ball given box 2 divided by probability of B, probability of red ball, sorry. This is the total probability as we already computed. And the probability of selecting a red ball from box 2 is 1 by 2. Probability of selecting box 2 is 1 by 2 and probability of selecting a red ball from box 2 is 1 by 3. So we have 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 and we have 0.467 probability of getting a red ball from the two boxes. So 1 by 6 divided by 0.467, we have 35.68% chance of selecting the box 2 given that the selected ball is red.